Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to Camilla and I. I'm Mark Cooper, a wildlife photographer based here in the UK. And this morning we're up bright and early at Keyhaven, and the tide has receded a fair bit, but we're still in amongst the birds. Quick flip you around. Show you what I mean. Yeah. We've got a red shank at 12 o'clock. We've got a oyster catcher at 2 o'clock. And we've got turnstones at 3 o'clock. Really close. Amazing. Oh, put you down a sec. Yeah, so marvellous location. Keyhaven, part of the New Forest Park, really. Absolutely beautiful. Oh. Red shank's going on a run. 1/2000th of a second, f8. With the 400 to 800 millimeter. Beautiful morning light. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Overnight in the camper van behind, and then up at the crack of dawn. Quick coffee, and yeah, set to go for about good hour or so. First light this morning. Absolutely brilliant. Doesn't get much better than this. Oh, these turnstones are so gorgeous. Up really close. Friendly little bird. So close. As their name indicates, they're turning stones and weed everywhere, foraging for their daily grub. Amazing. A bit too close soon, I'll have to pull back to 400 millimeter. Incredible. Oh dear, somebody with a couple of dogs over there, they want shooting. Yeah. A couple of dogs on the sandbank, but anyway, a long way from the action. To be honest, the dog walkers here do add something to the attraction. Yes, they do scare the birds off from time to time, but also, you've got to remember, that's why the birds are here. Because they're used to man. I don't know what I've got in my sights at the moment. Not sure what I've got in my sights, a couple of waders. Get a bit of video for you. I think there are a couple of green shanks, but I'm not sure. Difficult to identify them against this early morning light. But, beautiful footage anyway. Beautiful bird. Ooh, sat on the other one. Incredible. Oh, it's going to fly off. Oh, yeah, it just flew a bit further down the track, so. Shot, incredible. Yeah, beautiful footage. Oh, that's what it's all about. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't get much better. Beautiful red shank up close now as well. Very nice. Just get some footage for you. It's very useful to have a video head. Yeah, Jonathan was asking the other day why I don't use a gimbal head, why I always use a video head. Well, of course, it's because you're coming along with us. With a gimbal head, it's a far more fluid action, and you have to lock it off if you use it for video. You have to lock it in one position, whereas this video head, you just glide along with your subject in a sort of fluid motion. Very good. Sirui VH10X head I use, but yeah, you get through a few of these because you tend to force them into position when really you should be adjusting the controls. But beautiful light on this red shank, so hopefully get a good shot of this red shank for you. Yeah, slight reflection. Would like a little bit more. Now I've got another couple of waders coming down now as well, so I think they're black-tailed godwits, so I'll look over our silhouettes at the moment, but I don't know. What have we got? No, it's just an oyster catcher. Oyster catcher and some gulls. Okay, I'll stick with the red shank, I think, for the moment. Yeah, beautiful light. Anyway, catch you in a minute. Okay, well, I've got out the ground mat now, and I've got out the secret weapon, which is, in this case, it's a Eckler ground pod or an old frying pan with my old fluid head inserted in it. And with this, I can skim along the surface and get lower than the current tripod position. So it's a very good idea if you do wading birds to invest in one of these. And now I can simply slip off this VH10 head there and slip the camera straight into another VH10 head on the ground pod. So now I can get low-level shots of my birds. Dispense with the strap, otherwise that'll get a bit messy. Put that in my pocket. And now I can move the tripod out of the way and come down. Bring it down here a minute with me. Down here. So now I'm really low with my subjects. This is now where you can really engage with your subject, because you're so low. Gives a far more natural, pleasing look when you're at eye level with your subject. These turnstones are so friendly around here, absolutely amazing. Okay, we've got a green shank coming. We've got a green shank coming down the track. 800mm. I've gone -1 on the compensation. Because of the white belly of the green shank. Gone on to zone tracking on the Sony system. Just got a box that follows the bird wherever it goes. Do move quite fast, these wading birds. Sometimes they don't stop. I don't think they stop. Yeah, so the green shank was positively rattling along the shoreline there, and was soon out of frame, but it was using 1/2000th of a second f8, and I think the ISO was coming in at 1250. Yeah, fine, perfectly acceptable in these conditions. Amazing. Well, I just had the usual moron with the dog routine. 3 big dogs straight in the water, absolutely incredible. Nature reserve, my arse. But yeah, people have got no consideration at all around here. But yeah, as we say, that's one reason why the birds are here. They're used to a bit of disturbance, but not that much disturbance. So we've been between about 20 and 30 metres from our subjects, and the 400 to 800 has proved very useful getting in on the subjects, but we've literally just stayed in the one spot and not moved as the tide is coming in. The only disappointment so far is we haven't had any dunlin in. I've seen a few around, but they haven't come to this patch of the beach. But it would be pointless chasing them around because they're a very nervous little bird, and one of the smaller wading birds, and they'll be off like a shot if you start trying to chase them up and down the beach. So best to stick to one spot on an incoming tide. Superb. So it's best if you come first thing in the morning. There's a definite advantage of light and accessibility of the birds. The birds do seem to be far more active early in the day, and yeah, it's a good opportunity to get your shorebird subjects in good light, and obviously it's well worth getting down low. Well, I think we've had quite a good session here on Grassland Way. I think it's Grassland Way. And yeah, so quick flip you around. See, tide's almost right in now. Haven't seen anything else worth photographing, so I think we'll go round to Sturt Pond. Got the trolley out, and we'll go and a quick race on. Let's see if we can get round to Sturt Pond before the dog walkers pile in. Sturt Pond, here we come. Ooh, one for later. Made it to Sturt Pond, and unfortunately still beaten by the inconsiderate dog walker. Unbelievable. God knows they can't read round here. Do not keep your dogs under control, and do not let them chase the wildlife. Oh, yeah, a bit too much for some people. That's quite a long, more than 2 syllables. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, what have we got? Back to the wildlife. Walking along this path, as people regularly walk along it. We've got redshank's just taken off ahead of us. But we've got some ducks. We've got some interesting ducks. Not sure what they are yet, but we hope to get in on a few ducks. There's also a grey heron fishing in a very nice spot. So I think we'll just park ourselves in a convenient spot along here in a minute. So, setting up, require the tripod. Okay, VH10 head as usual. slot that in there, tie it off. Move the bag down here. Oh, dog walker coming, so I better take you in. Well, the dog walkers seem to have done the trick, and yeah, scared off the grey heron, which was a great subject in great light. But we're still in on some ducks at the moment. Not sure which type. They might be gadwall, might be a mallard in there. Anyway, videoing now, and we've got another duck flying towards us down the channel. So yeah, see if we can get that one for you. Yeah, that one's a bit closer. What's it look like? I don't know. Not sure which one that is. Gadwall? Girl just landed in front of it. But anyway, beautiful light. Oh, that heron's back. Heron's just arrived back on the scene. Well, at 800mm, I can't get the grey heron all in the frame. So, quick. Luckily, we have the technology to pull back to, I think, about 600mm in this case. Anyway, we're hoping the grey heron is going to strike. Quick flip you around. Hopefully it'll come up with a nice big fish. Or a slippery eel. I did have one in Sturt Pond, came up with a lovely juicy brown eel, and it made a lovely shot as it flew back onto dry land to consume it. Well, you can see why they're here. The locals feed them around here. Somebody threw some seed millet or something just to the left of me. Very considerate. Must have thought I needed some close-up shots of gulls and swans. But yeah, incredible. Anyway, it certainly attracted a lot of wildlife to my side of the pond. It's the same heron as I got last time here, first thing in the morning, because this heron definitely has a penchant for eels, and yeah, I mean, it's hunted for a long time and really picked its target, and then it struck and it did pick up an eel. Amazing. So eels are great because they're sort of brown, good contrast, and they twist around the beak of the heron. Anyway, good news if you're an eel lover, because the eel got away. The heron flew off without the eel. So anyway, I didn't capture it dropping the eel, and I didn't capture it actually striking the eel, but and I didn't capture any footage of it apart from its feet taking off with the eel. But never mind. But I did get some good shots of the grey heron with the eel, so very happy. I think that will probably be shot of the day, eel with grey heron. Anyway, I think we'll end on a high. Sturt Pond has produced the goods as usual. Mwah. Have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.